Secret societies are a secret for a reason, right? Well, not today. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Emily and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 disturbing secret societies that you never learned about in school. Coming in at number 10 is the Order of the Skull and Bones. The Order of the Skull and Bones, founded in 1832 at Yale University, is one of the most secretive student societies. Skull and Bones, with an HQ known as the Tomb, initiates 15 people a year with fewer than 800 living members at any time. Fun fact, both George Bush and G.W. Bush were members. Now, New York's Observer, equipped with night vision video equipment, recorded a shocking initiation rite in which new recruits were berated with sexual insults, forced to kneel and kiss a skull at the feet of the initiators, and watch as other members acted out a throat ritual. Other reports cite ceremonies in which members dressed as the devil, a skeleton, and in robes to recite the club's death mantra: the hangman equals death, the devil equals death, death equals death. Now, the members meet every Thursday and Sunday of each week in a building they called the Tomb, and according to Judy Schiff, chief archivist at the Yale University Library, the names of the members were not kept secret until the 1970s, but the rituals always have been. Now, a number of other members have gone on to great fame and fortune, and the society is surrounded by conspiracy theories. Now, the most popular belief is probably the idea that the CIA was built on members from the group. Now, the CIA released a statement in 2007, coinciding with the popularity of the film The Good Shepherd, in which it denied that the group was an incubator for the CIA, but I'm not too sure. Number 9. The Leopard Society. Members of this animalistic group known as the Leopard Society were allegedly responsible for a series of brutal deaths in West and Central Africa in the 19th and 20th centuries. In the 20s and 40s specifically, the society was blamed for a rash of deaths in eastern Congo, resulting in several suspected members being executed by colonial authorities. Then in the 40s, more than 200 deaths were attributed to the cult in Nigeria, leading to the execution of 77 suspects. Now, little is known about the Leopard Society, and it's often difficult to separate factual accounts of its activities from misconceptions born of racism and colonial fears. Now, dressed in leopard skins and armed with metal claws, the group supposedly attacked, mutilated, and ate their victims out of belief that consuming human flesh and blood would embed their bodies with supernatural strength. Number 8. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was devoted to practicing the occult, metaphysics, and paranormal activities during the 19th and 20th centuries. It borrowed from occult traditions like tarot, astrology, and Enochian magic to create magic systems still in use today. The society was based on hierarchy and initiation similar to the Masonic lodges. The first order involved learning historic philosophy and improving personal development through the study of astrology, tarot, divination, and geomancy, one of the 7 forbidden arts, and Renaissance magic. The second order taught magic, including astral travel, and the third order involves secret chiefs who direct the lower 2 orders by spirit communication. Number 7. The Molly Maguires. Ireland has a long list of secret societies, but the Molly Maguires originally emerged in Ireland in the 1840s, where they lashed out at landowners who treated their tenants unfairly. The group members were known for hiding their identities by wearing women's clothing and smudging their faces with burnt cork. Now, decades later, an American offshoot in Pennsylvania was composed mostly of Irish Catholic miners who were exploited by mining companies, partly to protest awful working conditions and predatory employment practices, and partly to resist being drafted into the Union Army during the Civil War. The American Mollies allegedly struck out at their employers, assassinating 24 foremen and supervisors throughout the 1860s and 70s. But it was their labor organizing activity that ultimately proved their downfall. When their efforts threatened the profits of the Reading Railroad, the company's president sent a detective to infiltrate the group. After a 2.5-year investigation, that same railroad president served as chief prosecutor in a series of trials that sent 20 men to the gallows. According to historian Kevin Kenny, the trials were outrageously unfair. Most of the prosecutors were railroad or mining company employees, there were no Irish Catholics on the jury, and evidence presented by the detective was suspect at best. But eventually, John J. Coe, the alleged king of the Mollies, finally received a full pardon from Pennsylvania's governor 101 years after he was hanged in December 1878. Number 6. Golden Dawn. The Order of the Golden Dawn was created by Dr. William Robert Woodman, William Wynne Westcott, and Samuel Liddon McGregor Mathers. The belief system of the Golden Dawn is largely taken from Christian mysticism, the religion of ancient Egypt, Freemasonry, alchemy, magic, and Renaissance writings, to name a few. William Yeats and Aleister Crowley are two of the more famous members of the group. Now, the fundamental documents of the order are known as the cipher document. These are translated into English using a cipher attributed to Johannes Trithomimus. The documents are a series of 60 folios containing magic rituals. The basic structure of many of these rituals seem to originate with Rosicrucianism, and there is a great deal of controversy surrounding the origins of these documents, so just keep that in mind. Number 5. The Bilderberg Group. This group is slightly different from the others as it does not have an official membership. It is the name given to a group of highly influential people who meet every year in secrecy with usually strong military and government-sponsored security. Now, the topics discussed are kept secret, so who knows what they're talking about. Now, the structure of these meetings is that of a conference usually held in a 5-star hotel around the world. Attendance at the meeting is strictly by invitation only, and the first meeting took place in 1954 at the Hotel Bilderberg in the Netherlands. Now, the original meeting was initiated by several people: Polish emir and political advisor Joseph Rettinger, concerned about the growth of anti-American in Western Europe, proposed an international conference at which leaders from European countries and the United States would be brought together with the aim of promoting understanding between the cultures of the United States of America and Western Europe. Although the agenda and list of participants are only available to the public, it's not clear that such details are disclosed by the group itself. Also, the contents of the meeting are kept secret, and attendees pledge not to divulge what was discussed. The group's stated justification for its secrecy is that it enables people to speak freely without the need to carefully consider how every word might be interpreted by the mass media. Needless to say, this group is constantly surrounded by controversy and conspiracy theories, and I so badly want to know what they discuss. Number 4. The Independent Order of Odd Fellows. The term Odd Fellows actually refers to an international organization of societies with origins dating back to the 1700s era London. The Independent Order of Odd Fellows, evolving from the former, still exists today, and even gained some headlines back in 2001 thanks to its arcane initiation practices. The Los Angeles Times reported that a maintenance person who was working at an Odd Fellows lodge uncovered real human remains hidden behind a wall. It was seized by police as evidence. Was this from a ritual? Did someone say something they shouldn't have? I don't know, and I don't think I want to be the one to find out. Number 3. The Order of 9 Angels. Established in the 60s, but getting its public recognition in the 90s, the Order of the 9 Angels claimed to be the followers of Satanism and came to the attention of the world thanks to their anti-Semitic ideologies and activism. They believe in human sacrifice to eliminate weakness and basically claim to want to conquer common people. The members see it as a very individual pursuit of excellence by studying what Satan has to offer. According to a recent survey, this group has more female supporters than either the Church of Satan or the Temple of Set, more women with children, more older supporters, and more supporters who come from a better socioeconomic background. So, I mean, hey, at least they're diverse. Number 2. The Hellfire Club. The Hellfire in Dublin was built as a hunting lodge where Dublin elites used to gather in the 1700s. The ruins of the club are located on the top of Montpelier Hill, overlooking the adjacent Massey Woods. Now, the secrecy surrounding the club led to speculation that its members were Satanists and devil worshippers. Now, the president was named the King of Hell and dressed like Satan with horns, wings, and hooves. Members were also said to set a place at each meeting for the devil and hope that he'd attend. There have been numerous stories about black mass, animals, and even human sacrifice rituals happening in the Hellfire Club, but that's not all. The best known Hellfire Club story is one in which the devil himself appears. According to legend, a stranger joined the club members at a game of cards. Then when one of the players dropped a card on the floor, he bent down to retrieve it and saw that the stranger had cloven hooves instead of feet. Now, another popular tale concerns a young farmer who was curious to find out what went on at the club's secretive meetings. Climbing up on Montpelier Hill, he was invited in by members and allowed to witness the night's activities. The young man was found the next morning trembling and terrified. Now, tradition says he spent the rest of his life unable to speak, unable to even remember his name. Number 1. The German Thule Society. Founded in August 1919 in Munich, Thule apparently believed in bringing upon the New World Order in a rather simple and effective way by ending people's lives and reducing the population. Getting right to the point, I see. Now, apart from practicing sexual magic, racist chants, and black magic, Thule members were often known to take part in supernatural exhibitions where they would invite demons and ask for their guidance. Now, some say it was a demonic ritual on the sexually impotent future German leader that made him into the sadistic ruler the world got to later know him as. Yeah, I would not want to get caught up with those guys at all. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 disturbing secret societies that you never learned about in school. Did you know about any of these groups? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm your host, Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.